Hello, Pat Skeets here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share a wedding album. You'll find this on my website. It's Wedding Scrapbook number 2. I'm up to about 9 now. So this is way back, several years ago. So it's rather simple. I didn't have too many Cricut cartridges. It was still kind of new, so I wasn't using it a lot. So these pages are going to be kind of a little simpler. But anyway, you can find Design Space links for any of these pages on my website. This album will have fallen off the bottom, so you can click on the category bar at the top and on wedding, and all the wedding albums will show up there. So that's how you can find it. All right, let's begin. So this was a destination wedding, and it was at Los Cabos in Baja, Mexico. So this photo, the photographer angled the picture, so that gave me the opportunity to crop it off here. And it gave me a little more room on the page to decorate it. So the only colors here were the blue water and the green on her flowers, and this green. So I chose this really pretty paper, soft colors for the bride. And then I added a coordinating print in the corner here and did a whole gem thing going on. So it's kind of simple, but it's pretty. You can see the gems. Okay, so that's the start. Now I'm going to push these aside and we'll begin with the bride. I like to do a wedding album in chronological order of the day so that it tells a story of the wedding. Anyway, that's just the way my brain works, so that's what I do. So these are photos of the bride getting ready. I place the photos so that they're looking towards the center. This one, I couldn't do that because 3 of them she was looking this way. So anyway, I used a background image here. I think it's from Paper Lace. Anyway, the frames are from Elegant Edges. And then I used a patterned, I embossed the bride title and added some pearls on this page. These are stickers of a bride and shoes and gloves and stuff like that. And there's also her bouquet. I close cropped this, or fussy cut, and stuck it in a flourish. So that's rather a simple page. Again, the only colors were the bouquet. So that. And now we have the groom. So there's the only Cricut images on this is the title and this. Other than that, I've used stickers. So I just created a border and coordinating stripe. And then I used a coordinate from the larger print here. I used a small one to, I cut out an 8-inch square and then placed it like a diamond on here. There's a groom here, a top hat, some shoes, and cufflinks. And that's it, just placed. There's the groom and his dad. So with the blue water behind them, it was good paper choice. It's kind of masculine. Okay, so now this is his side of the family. So I just called it his side. The groom with his parents. And they're, her dress is green and she has flowers on it. So I just found this brown and green to keep it, because the men are in it, to keep it a little more masculine. And so I cut out a circle background here, a big flourish. I think that might be from Cindy Lou. and then put a title his side. Added a few gems here and there. Very simple, but pretty. Boy, I do things differently now. All right, so they're standing in front of this wall of flowers, and it had great big pink flowers. So I found this paper that had giant pink flowers on it. It's K & Company. I must have 30 or more of their pads. Their paper's so pretty, but it is old. Anyway, I just made a frame. This is from the Reminisce cartridge. It is my favorite for wedding frames and borders and wedding pages. It's a Creative Memories cartridge, and Divine Wedding is their other wedding cartridge, and well, I think it's their only wedding cartridge, but they are my two favorite for doing wedding albums. Okay, so this is just a store-bought flourish that I put on here. I did emboss this frame. You can't see it, but it is embossed, and so is the green around here. So I just added these flourishes with diamonds on them. Quite simple. And so this is pictures of, okay, I'm in the pink, my sister-in-law's in the green, and there's my husband and the groom. So he's my nephew. It's her son. So we were having fun taking pictures before the ceremony. So it was because of the pink and green of our outfits, I just used this pretty paper that I had, and this was purchased this collection to go with this. And it goes with the pad and this grouping. Anyway, just fun, very simple. This was store-bought, and so was this. So a very simple page. All right, so now we're down to the ceremony. So this is everyone's seated here, and this gazebo is where the ceremony took place. So I found this pretty paper. The colors are soft blue with the clouds. So I found this, and the mother's dress, she has a blue print on, tropical print. Excuse me. So I found this pretty paper, which kind of went with everything, used a softer blue background. And then I cut this paper up into this corner, this piece up here, and then this corner. And I just placed them around the paper and tucked the photos in and about. And then I found an image of doves. Oh no. Yeah, that's stickers. That's stickers. So they are, and these are silk flowers. I went through a floral phase. So there's flowers everywhere. And just placing the photos here and there. I used a patterned paper to mat these photos that coordinates with this. So I think this coordinates with that. This goes with that. Very simple. Oh, there's a church image here from Inspired Heart. Anyway, you can get all the details, where the paper's from, and all the images on my website. I give a better description there. I don't remember this. It's so old. A lot of these I don't remember. So, oh my gosh, this paper is beautiful. Calla lilies. So I wanted to use it for a wedding. This is a coordinate. So I cut out a frame from Elegant Edges for that. And this is just a flourish. And I think it's from Home Accents or Home Decor. They were very early cartridges. So I just placed it at an angle here and then used it as a flower stem. So I cut a silk flower, well, two of them, a pink and an orange one, and placed them here and put a piece of jewelry. This is an earring thing that you would make earrings with on top. And then I just added some pearls. And then this is Happily Ever After with a diamond ring, because this is the ring part of the ceremony. So, excuse me, very simple, but beautiful paper makes it sometimes. All right, so this is the ceremony, the audience during the ceremony. Here's the couple, and there's everybody there. So these are photos of some of the people. I think he's on the verge of tears. So just some people around. So on this page, this is another floral from the K & Company pad. Beautiful yellow flowers. And so I close cropped that, and then I did the same with this up here. So I spread them out, did a wide border here for these. This is embossed because it was plain. This is before I converted to almost all patterned papers. So I had to emboss it because I felt it just wasn't enough going on there. And added a flower and a title, I do, because this is that part of the ceremony. So because this was a destination wedding, I found this island image in a travel cartridge. It might have been Pack Your Bags. Anyway, the flower and the island together are tropical, and it was a tropical island. So that I just wanted to pay homage to the fact that it was an island wedding. And then I just put Los Cabos there with sticker letters. So beautiful, pretty tropical paper here. And that's why this tropical flowers here, to bring some pink over here and highlight it. So I did a lot of embossing on this. The grass is a grass image. This is swirly because it's water. And this is leafy, embossed with all that. I'll lift it so perhaps you can see the embossing all over there. I embossed the flower with polka dots and inked them in white too. Just getting used to my Cricut machine. I embossed this frame behind as well. Maybe my color bug was new and I was getting use of embossing. It sure makes a difference. Each new thing you find changes your scrapbooking, takes it to a new level. All right, this 8x10 photo, there's not much you can do with an 8x10 on a 12x12 piece of paper. So I found this beautiful floral, kind of tropical, so I close cropped that and tucked this behind. And this floral image kind of was like this. I mean, I didn't have that many cartridges to choose from, so this was the most similar I could find. So I used it for a background and placed these photos around it. I just added a title, Mr. and Mrs., and that's a punch. I still have that heart punch there and there. And, of course, silk flowers here. I'm sure that this came from inside one of these, so I just stuck it there to repeat the orange on this page because there was a lot more on this page. So that's that page. Now this is my favorite page from this album. So these images are from Ornamental Iron, and I believe this was a gate, two sides of a gate. So I spread them apart and put some pretty paper in there, and then I use that same paper to mat, do a wide mat on this photo. And I added a whole bunch of gems here. This You buy them like that, or I used to, in dollar stores. And there's another one here. So this is a coordinated print paper. And I used a coordinating print for a lot. This is like a small print, medium, and then this is a larger print that I used for the mat on this photo. Then this is like a fence as well, but it looked like a bridge. Anyway, I put an 8x8 piece of paper and it matted it there. And then I added a corner here. I just liked it. I liked the look. Then I put a bunch of amber gems on here, on this iron piece here. Oh, added a flower up there, of course. I think that's one of my most pinned pages on Pinterest. On Pinterest, I'm Larkin Lady. I didn't know what I was doing way back then. I didn't use my name. Okay, so this is the family after the ceremony. So I give these albums to the bride's parents if they're my family. Like, he's my nephew and they're my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, so this album is for them. So I had to borrow it back from them to do this video, so I've got to return it. Okay, so this is based on their dresses, green and white. I had this beautiful K & Company paper, and then I found this lily image on Tinkerbell cartridge. There are the most beautiful florals in that cartridge. So there's a beautiful, what is it, a border or a corner of some sort. And I put the word family on top of it, added some pearls to it, and I did emboss layers of this. The white and the green are embossed. Just wide mats on these photos and some pearls around. But it's pretty because these beautiful images. It's kind of like his shirt, tropical flowers. Now this is one of the most popular pins I have on Pinterest, this page. I don't know why, but it is. This is the bride and groom photos in front of the cobble arch. Well, the arch isn't showing. I think it's a little further along. But the water in these photos is very teal. So I use this paper, and it has black lilies on it. So I used these lily images again from Tinkerbell on this. And I just created a 1, 2, 3 layer border here, and then put a 4th layer of, this was a purchased border. I added rhinestones here and here to make things pop. And this is a store-bought border image too. I cut it up into pieces here, a little piece there. So, oh, this frame is from Elegant Edges. So, a very popular page. All right, the only colors here were green and white and black. So I found this green and black paper, and then I just used a black and white stripe to make a border right across. Then I used these great big flowers. I just put white flowers on this, and they're all from the cartridge Bloom. I love that cartridge. It's also really nice for kids' pages too. So I had some, I just did double mats. Oh, I used some behind here too to create a border. And then I used a black and white print for the mat on this one. So I had purchased these butterflies, and they went with it. So I added flourishes to the butterflies. And it's quite a simple page. Now, these photos were taken in front of a stone wall at the resort. So they're all just beige. So I used a beige paper, and I used yellow and beige. These were kind of sepia, so it seemed to go with it. So there's just a block of paper behind here in the polka dot that I used on this side. And then there's a soft green print because there's soft green flowers. And there's a frond of a fern behind them. So I happen to have one in my stash, so I added it in front as well. And then these are just gold scrolls and flourishes that I had purchased because, anyway, they went with this paper because of all the flourishes on it. And then this is just a photograph of her jewelry with the bouquet, so I just tucked it underneath to fit it on there. Pretty. Now it seems to me everybody likes a black and white page. So I found this beautiful black and white and silver glitter paper, but it's classy. So I used it for this wedding page in a coordinate in black and white. So there's glitter on this side, so to add glitter on this side I used silver paper to mat this photo, and it's all flourishes, so I added rhinestone flourishes there. I punched a corner of this photo with a corner punch there and there, and then this is her bouquet underneath, a photo of it, and I added vellum to the top of it with this white flourish. I can't lift it. There it is. So I just added this on top and put a flower on top of it. Now this is silver and white glitter paper for matting this photo. I just had a little sticker of bride and groom. I put it on. Way back then, I didn't have that much, so here's some more flourish of glitter here. Rhinestones. So that's the black and white page. And now, because this was a wedding for the groom was in our family, they had quite a crowd at this destination wedding. There were, I think, 47 people, as I recall. Anyway, my sister, my niece, my husband, and myself were there. So we were taking pictures after the ceremony. And this is in the gazebo where the bride and groom were. And my niece is wearing a yellow dress. I'm wearing pink, and my sister has animal print on. So I thought I'd have fun with this, and I found a hot pink and yellow print and an animal print. So I chose this background because it coordinated with this. And I just cut all the paper up in waves and put it all over the place and created a loud, fun layout with it. I was just having fun with it. This is just a smile sticker. It's a chipboard sticker on there. And that was it. Just place these photos all around. Simple and loud. Okay, so here's a picture of my husband and myself in front of that floral wall. So these were big pink flowers, and so I just used this as a coordinate for a frame. I framed the picture and put it, this is almost like a wreath around a border print on this paper. And then this coordinates with the colors. So these are store-bought and they coordinate with this pad. So I bought the collection that coordinated with it and used it on here to decorate. This is an image from Ornamental Iron. And there's a frame I cut out in an oval on top of this frame. And I used them for backgrounds, and I tucked the photo inside there. I put sister on there because she's my sister. And that's that page. Now, my husband and I had our photo taken at the gazebo where the ceremony was, and it turned out to be pretty good. So it's just blue and pink. I went with those colors for this, and I had this paper. It was so beautiful. These are all shimmery, so I took an X-Acto knife and I cut these all out, and I cut them all this out, and then I stuck it on here so that I could tuck a photo behind it and then glue this down. So it was very simple but has high impact, so I really like that. And here's the coordinating paper with the same background. So I didn't want to cover up all the flowers, so I just put a framed photo right here, and there's us with the bride and groom. So very simple pages. And now this is a single page, so this I put at the end of the album. I cut out, it has shimmer on the rose, and all these there's glittery, but it's kind of classy looking. So this has shimmer too, this border. I cut a piece of the paper that had a border on it, put it there, and then I used the rest to mat this photo in a wide mat. I fussy cut around this rose and tucked the whole thing under at a bit of an angle, so just to be different. And then I added turquoise flourishes on here. So this is the end of this album. I hope you enjoyed this, and you can go to my website for lots more wedding albums and ideas. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.